get depressed and you don't understand why. And I said, well, why?
They're
If you
rotting.
have, if
It's
you have the
they're
money, if
rotting.
you have the fame, how could you be? I mean, what is going on? So it's like, is should you be putting that energy into something else? Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
got the millions and the money. Now what else do you love doing?
Right. And a lot of people
Who
don't
else can you
realize that.
sew into?
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize, that these famous people switch careers after they've done one thing. They want to do something different. I know
Sure.
a lady that she's big time Supremes. She's in the Supremes. She sings with the Supremes, the former ladies of the Supremes. Shirley, she's Cheryl, and she's really a sweetheart. She wanted to write plays, and guess what she's doing now? Not
Mm.
only she's doing that, but now she's writing plays. It's just something that when you accomplish one thing, you don't stop, just don't stop there. Just keep going.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. Hey, you guys, I want to welcome you to the show again. This is Conversations right here with Teresa. I guess we just don't name this the Conversations with Teresa.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
This is Yaya Diamond. You're welcome to Dream Chasers Radio. I am your host, and you can get us on iTunes, iHeart, Google Play, Spotify, Spreaker, Deezer, iTunes, tune in wherever podcasts are listened to, and as well as in your phone. And don't forget to tune in to realradio247.com. I am excited because we have Teresa, the interior designer, the decorator. She's amazing. She's back on the show because I have so many more questions for her that I just wasn't able to do in the first show. And so welcome back to the show, Teresa.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here. Be
Oh,
back.
girl. Okay, so look, we got all the beginning stuff, all that out of the way. And we got the good stuff, basically. We did the good stuff because the good stuff is
Mhm.
good.
Mhm.
But let's talk about the opposite side. Let's talk about the bad things. Let's talk about the things that kind of took you for a loop, and a couple of like your frequently asked questions. We just want to get into things like that because I think that a lot of people may want to be an interior designer. They want to do what you do, but they just don't. They have the good, but they don't have the ugly. And we want to get to
Sure.
the ugly today.
Yeah, the ugly is ugly, man.
Tell me about that.
And just like anything else, when you don't know, right, you don't know.
Mm,
And for me, my ugliest situation was, again, I was probably in my second year of business.
mm-hmm,
I had met this prominent person in Vegas. I lived in Vegas, and again, it was a referral.
mm-hmm,
And I didn't know who this person was because I'm not into, oh my God, I'm not into the whole celebrity. I've met many celebrities, but to me, I treat them as people.
mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, she got an 8,000 square foot house, and I told her about you, and I was like, oh, great. And long story short, we spoke a couple times, then we met face to face, and it was great. She said, I would love to hire you. Now here I am at that time, all in my feelings about, oh my God, this is the big one.
Mm.
So by me being in my feelings, I did not handle my business and ask for a retainer.
Mm.
So I was doing all this work, putting together floor plans, color selections, furnishings, like room by room. I went to her new home 3 or 4 times, and I did not get one dime.
Mm.
Found out she just stopped responding to my calls and my emails, and I'm like, hey, that's not, maybe she's sick, let me go double check. And I went to double check, and she had another designer there.
Mm.
I didn't get a notice. I didn't get any updates, and I was in shock.
What?
And I'm thinking, wow, we had a great connect. Everything was great. She liked everything I presented. Like what happened?
Mm-hmm.
No information. And so finally, I seen her at a networking event, and me being me, I spoke to her. And I said, hey, I thought we, was going to work together. She's like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Nothing concrete. And I said, okay, well, I will go ahead and send you an invoice for my time.
Mm-hmm.
and she never paid it. And so for me, being new, really doing this thing, keep in mind I just left my job for this.
Oh my
And so
gosh.
excuse me, I was literally crushed. I was I was just devastated that someone at this level would, I just felt like she took advantage of me.
She
And I don't
did.
even blame her. I blamed myself because it's my responsibility to get paid for my time. So that was I bought that lesson. And like I
Wow.
said, I was all into my feelings. I was like, oh my God, 8,000 square foot. Oh my God, like this is going to be epic. This
Mm-hmm.
was a huge opportunity. And
Wow.
again, it wasn't about her, the person, it was about the house. It
Mm-hmm.
was about the opportunity to show my skills to
Right.
the world in my
Mm-hmm.
mind. I didn't have her sign a contract. Error.
Mm.
I didn't,
Mm.
I would never do that now. I
Oh
wouldn't leave
no.
my house without a signed
Oh,
contract.
hello.
I wouldn't come to your house, residential or commercial spot, without a consultation fee.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to learn that this is business.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you do. This is what you earn. This is your experience. This is for your time and your talent and your expertise.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, sure, I would love to help you. I would love to create the wow effect for you.
Mm-hmm.
However, let me send you this contract.
Yeah,
Let me
right.
send you this invoice because it's a lot of work that's involved. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of time. And that particular situation made me, you know, wake up and say, okay, wow, I can't believe this person would use my time like that, take my ideas. I said, oh my God. For me, it was the intent. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this person's intent was to just use me for free.
Right.
And that was a big lesson for me. It's that right there. It's basically like I work for free
Right. And you're
for
right.
that
And
length of
you're right.
time.
Oh
And
my
so,
gosh.
that was a good lesson. Won't happen again.
Hello.
Never happen again after after that.
I
And
hear you.
some people, some customers, I have to explain to them, this is my time, my talent, and my skill.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me ask you, would you go to your job for free for a week?
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is my business. This is
That's
how
right.
I earn a
Make
living.
your money. Yeah. You pay
And
your
if
bills.
you went to work for a week or a month and your employer didn't have your check, you would be pretty upset.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And so that's how I have, for those type of clients, I've had to say, this is why I charge. I have, 18 years experience.
Mm-hmm.
I've traveled, and I show them my portfolio, and I really leave it right there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
hey, if we move forward, great. If not, I understand. Maybe another time. Don't
Right.
take it personal.
Wow. Wow. And you have to, when you have like, okay, so when you get to a job or before you get to a job or you get your consultation on the phone, they call you, whatever, what is the biggest questions that you get? Because I mean, a lot of people are not prepared to renovate their homes in the first place. I find they're just kind of thinking about it. And
Right.
so, when they get these questions and then you go over there, what is one thing that you find that's good and that's bad, or unexpected?
You know what? I think most people um don't they most importantly they don't even know where to start.
Mm-hmm.
They may see a TV show all of a sudden, the last 10 years we had all these designer shows, and so people would think, "Hey, well on the show it only took them 2 days." No, ma'am. They recorded that show for
Yeah.
a month and
Mm-hmm.
trimmed it down so you can see the before,
And the
the
after an
minimum
hour.
and the after. No. This takes time.
Yes.
So I really just educate, the client, even during the consultation, even before I come out, I send out a questionnaire. Have you worked with a designer before?
Mm.
What are your goals? What is your time frame? Are there any kids or family members involved? Any pets involved? What's your budget? You have to have a spending budget. People will try to get me to come out without a budget. No, I can't do that. Just like when I take my car to the shop and I call and set an appointment, I have to pay to get my car looked at. When you go to get your hair done, when you go to the doctor, you have to pay. I mean, it's a service.
Yep.
And so I have this conversation with customers before I even go out because I want them to be aware and educated on what to expect so they're prepared. And I also ask them, again, what's your time frame?
Right.
If you want to start in the next week, right now, next month, next quarter, give them things to really think about because you have to understand someone's going to be invading your space,
right,
to make this dream a reality. So a lot of people just want to know or think, you could come over today and it'll be done tomorrow. Now, something can happen like that, but it's a lot of preparation to that. The customer has to be available for us to come in, have everything done in a room. Maybe one or two rooms can be done in 24 to 48 hours, but there's a lot of planning and scheduling for that. It's a team gig, and so customers, again, from the whole TV situation, they think it could be done like in a day.
Right, and that's not possible.
That's not possible.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
Now, I know that interior design, most people would think that that's just furniture and things like that. But I know you're dealing with bearing walls, you're dealing with tearing down walls, maybe reestablishing pipes, opening up rooms. It could be a lot of different things. Tell me about that. Tell me about that, because I don't think people realize that what interior designers have to do. They just think, oh, it's a couch and some furniture and maybe some rugs and you throw it down. No, it's a lot more. And
I'm so sorry. I'm getting over this little cough.
No, it's okay.
It's a lot to it. When I get into the bones of the buildings, I definitely have a general contractor with me because it's crucial. All it takes is one mistake.
Yeah.
So you have to have an expert with you to make sure and that's just how I work, because my reputation is on the line, so I want to make sure we have everything covered. But it goes into planning, measurements. Is it appropriate to move this pole? Is it make sense to raise this ceiling? Like, what's involved? And when you get into structural issues, that's where the costs come. The most expensive things to do are mainly kitchens and baths. It's a lot of work to that, and so it takes time and talent. And with that, there's a charge for that. It's very detailed, and it's beautiful. I love kitchen and baths. Absolutely amazing. But again, it's a lot of work. We let the customer know that, listen, we're going to be in your space. We want to really make sure they understand of what this process is. It's very detailed.
Yeah. I totally understand that. A lot of people think, oh, well, do I have to leave the home? Can I stay in the home? What is your take on that?
You know what? I prefer they leave, but again, if we're working on a downstairs or a lower level, if you want to hang out upstairs, please do. But just know that, it's going to be a team of construction workers here. I'm going to be here. It's a lot of things that go on. So really, whatever makes the customer happy and more comfortable. I've had some huge projects where I had a short amount of time to complete, 6,500 square feet, 7,000 square feet from the floor up.
Mm.
Now, with that situation,
They gotta get
Lake
out.
Austin, Vegas, the client was not there. They were
Yeah.
actually moving from California to Vegas, so I had the place to myself, which is great because we could work, from sun up to sundown without interrupting the family
Right.
routine. And so it really depends. If we're just doing, staging or painting, the basic furniture, upholstery, accessories, that could take a day.
Right.
I mean, we can't do something like that in a day.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you want to get in, if you get into painting, flooring, then no, that's going to take way more time than one day. So we like the customer and our family not to be in the space.
Right. Right. Now, there, I told you earlier, I came out of the womb asking why. So
Yes.
it's like, huh? Okay, so you walk into you walk into there, and they tell you they want this, they want that, they want this. Has anybody ever changed their mind or ran out of money or for the budget that they really, or they didn't have it? And what size houses do you stop at, and or does the size matter?
For me, in this situation, size does not matter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open. It's really up to the client's time frame and budget.
Mm-hmm.
I have had a customer who, when we were 90% complete, said, "Oh my God, I forgot
No.
about the pool table."
Oh no.
Sorry.
Mm-mm.
I meant to tell you I want the pool table.
Mm-mm.
Uh, mm. Well, at this particular time, we've already, purchased, everything for that space. And seeing that it was a short time, I pretty much had to, where I purchased it from, it was like a final sale.
Mm.
So, normally I wouldn't do that, but again, it was a short, I had to have this property done in 30 days,
Mm-hmm.
6,700 square feet.
It's a
That's
big
not a lot of time.
no.
And so at that particular situation, I could not return those items. And so he was like, "Look, that's my fault. Don't worry about it. We'll do a pool table on the next property." And
Mm-hmm.
so that turned out good. But, we do a lot of follow up. We do a lot of sign offs so that, hey, even if we give you a floor plan and a vision board, we want you to think about it overnight. Are there any changes you would like us to do?
Mm-hmm.
Take your time, sign off on it,
Right.
because we want to make sure that you're going to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't had, besides that one time, I haven't had anyone else change their mind,
Oh, that's good, man. I tell you
which is great.
that could be a damper
Yeah,
on
it
everything.
could, because it's so much planning that
Yeah.
goes into it. And again, it's based on really depends on the time frame. If someone
Mm-hmm.
says, like this particular gentleman, I have a huge business meeting on this day, so it must be done. So if you gave me a 30-day window, I must be done in 28 days.
Exactly. To make sure that everything's good, so that if something should
Everything.
go and I need to do something, I got a couple extra days to get it done.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so size doesn't matter. So anybody pretty much can hire you, from a small home, single family home, all the way up
Absolutely.
to a mansion. Do you do commercial?
I've only done basic staging for commercial, but yes,
Okay.
we can do commercial.
Awesome.
Like when someone get a new space and they need new furniture and so on and so forth. Yes, we have done offices before.
That's nice. That's nice. There is no limitations when it comes to what you can do. You can do interior, and can you do exterior design as well? Like maybe an outside event that's going on and things like that. Do you do that as well?
We don't do the event side. We
Okay.
focus on interiors.
But what if
Residential.
somebody has a home and they want their exterior done?
I mean, we can make anything happen.
I see it.
I
Because
collaborate with other businesses who may do events, and I may have to bring them in depending on the
Mm-hmm.
budget, or we use our resources to make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I'm saying is like a home, like, you're doing this home and they have this exterior space and they want the exterior space done for their entertainment,
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, things like that. And you do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, great, because I like
Absolutely.
barbecues.
Oh, we have to have the barbecue
Gotta have
backyard
girl from
area.
Chicago. We gotta have a
Question.
barbecue. Everybody,
Absolutely.
you don't have no barbecue. You're not from Chicago. I don't know who
You
from
listen. It's
Chicago.
a must-have.
Oh my gosh, it's been such a pleasure talking to you. I love, love, love designing. Love it. And I can see that it is your heart. It is your passion. It is something that you've been doing. And like you said on the last show, you did it for free until you realized that it
This
was
is
an
a
actual
business.
job. There's a business. I'm getting my stuff way free. Anyway, so I wanted to find out, when you talk to someone who says, "Hey, Teresa, I want to be just like you. I want to do what you do." What would be the one thing that you would tell them that they had to do in order to get started?
To get started, first and foremost, I would say to make sure that they know, meaning check with yourself.
Mm.
Close out all outside voices. And you have to decide: rain, sleet, or snow, no money, some money, millions.
Mm-hmm.
Team, no team. This thing is what you are called to do,
Mm-hmm.
because you are going to have, just like in anything else, good, bad, and ugly days in any business.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to really just make up your mind and make sure your mindset is clear that this is what you want to go for.
Mm-hmm.
Because no matter what, you won't just say, you won't throw in the towel,
Mm-hmm.
over a situation.
Right.
You're going to say, this is what I know I'm supposed to be doing. This thing gives me joy. It makes my heart beat. I'm moving forward no matter what.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
At first.
Wow. You deal with people all the time. What is
All the
that
time.
like? What is that like? Do you have difficult people that you deal with?
No, you know what? I love it. I am, and I tell people all the time, I'm the front house of a team.
Uh-huh.
I'm the brand. I love, and I've also worked in different furniture stores, which is what I wanted to do, because that's where I wanted to learn
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things. And I love meeting people. I've met
Mm-hmm.
people from all across the country, and I love it. I rarely have someone have a bad experience with me. I haven't had anyone, actually, I can honestly say, they had a bad experience with me.
Mm-hmm.
They may have had a bad experience, for example, delivery,
Mm-hmm.
or they were told that the furniture was going to be shipped and it was a delay or it was a back order.
Mm-hmm.
So they may have been upset about something like that, but no one could ever say they had a bad experience with Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
And even if the person has been upset, and I'm talking about on the retail side,
Mm-hmm.
with a delivery situation or a back order situation, I still handle it professionally, because first and most importantly, you're not mad at me. You're mad at the situation.
Right.
So I'm not going to take it personal,
Right.
because
Right.
I gave you 110%.
Mm-hmm.
So I really love it. I love talking to people. I love showing people fabrics and furniture and paint swatches and door handles, and because I love to see their expression. I know I'm gonna wow them going in,
Mm-hmm.
because this is what I do. This is what I love.
Right.
So I love that side of it. I know designers who don't want to work with anyone. They prefer to work on the back end.
Mm.
They want to do the floor plans. They want to
Right.
just get on their computer and they work. And
Mm-hmm.
I love them, because you can be a part of my team.
Right. Yeah,
They never
definitely.
want to see a person, a customer. They prefer. And I know people with bachelor degrees in design, and they say I don't ever have to work with anyone face to face. That's just not their thing.
Mm-hmm.
They prefer just to do, the ordering,
Mm-hmm.
dealing with swatches, looking through resources, going to, different outlets and things that we use, our favorite designer secret places. And so a lot of designers prefer that side of it.
Mm-hmm.
I love working with customers. Love it.
Now, of course, I have one more question for you because,
Sure.
I'm like, yeah. So anyway, I'm not going to give excuse for myself, but all right. So if you had a backup plan, what would that backup plan be for you?
You know what? The funny thing is, I've been doing real estate for about 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
So my backup plan, my background is in real estate and management.
Okay.
I've been managing people for 20 years. I've been doing real estate for 13 years. I've had my real estate license in Las Vegas, Nevada. And so, those, I can do a few things. I got some skills.
I hear you. But it's all in real estate. It's all in homes. It's all
Yeah.
in that field. I
Sure.
think people that choose a backup don't choose correctly. So being that you're still in your field, you're still happy about it.
Ecstatic every day. And
There you go.
honestly, if I had a phone call today from a client, I'm happy. If I did not, I'm still happy. Because I'm still doing this thing that I'm called to do.
You're still
And
in
I know,
homes.
it's my gift, it's my time. And the funny thing is, I got into real estate. I didn't even know what realtors made. I had no clue. I got into real estate so I could do some model homes. It was nothing to do with. It had nothing to do. I was like, oh well, if I go get my real estate license, I could do some model homes.
Oh my
I had
gosh.
no clue of what real estate agents made. I was, like I said, that was just a strategy that I used, and then I come to love it and was doing extremely well in real estate.
Wow. I saw you with a picture of Maya Angelou. Girl, you got to tell me about that.
Listen, when I tell you that was my most amazing experience in my career in interior design, I was so nervous I couldn't even talk to her. I was so, because I was like, I don't want to say the wrong thing, and then I was in work mode too, so I just was smiling. But let me tell you how this happened. As I was telling you before, collaboration, referrals. That's how I got that opportunity. I was advertising and doing some work with Home and Garden magazine in Vegas, and I had an article there, and I got a call out the blue saying, "Hey, we have a infamous person coming to town, and we would like you to. We want to talk to you about doing set design." And I was like, "Set design? Lord Jesus, what's set design? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, okay, great." And so we spoke a couple of times, and now I didn't know who she was at that time.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, when, where, what's the time? What's the budget?" They was like, "Oh, yeah, let's stop right there. Budget? Yeah, we don't have a budget." I was like, "I'm sorry?" This is what they said. They was like, "Well, yeah, we don't have a budget, but we will give you 10 tickets for your friends and family. We will put you and your business and your photo in our program. We will give you a booth at the event so you can sell some goods. And we'll also announce you on stage before this person comes out." And I was like, that's payment if you ask me.
That's right. It is.
Okay.
It is.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. So the last question was, well, could you send us some pictures of your work, because we only seen, the magazine article, and we heard great things. And I was like, oh, absolutely. Now, keep in mind, I had never done set design before.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, all right, let me see how
You
to
gonna
do this.
study up on this?
Yeah, let me do my little research and development
Mm-hmm.
and do this real quick. And so I sent them some photos of my work, and they said, oh, okay, yes, absolutely. This person requested an African American designer to do the set design. I was like, oh my God, I would love to. They called me back and said, we like what we've seen. We're going to send you a photo of her last event and what they put on the stage. Please do not do this. And I'm like, oh, sure, no problem. The picture they sent me was horrible. I was like, you got to be kidding me. So at that point, once they sent me the paperwork, I found out who it was. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I was speechless.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, let me get my team together. And my team at the time was my husband and my daughter. That was my team. And so I was told that I may get to meet her. And I was like, oh, my God, I'm so nervous. What I'm going to say? What do you say to someone like that?
Exactly.
And that particular night, I did not get to meet her. And I was okay with that because I was so amazed at the opportunity, for one. And two, the line was so long for her to do autographs. Like I said, I had a press badge. I was so happy. I was so in La La Land to even have this opportunity. I was fine. I got a call. Everything went well. The set design was wonderful. Her assistant came out and said to me, Miss Angelou wanted you to know that you made her feel like she was at home. I said, oh, I'm done. Just wrap me up. We're winning.
Right.
It's like, this is amazing. And I thought that was going to be it. I got another call from her team saying, hey, she's going to be in Seattle and she wants you to do her set design. What? I get another opportunity? Well, come on, Lord. We went to Seattle, did the set design again. Now, that time I got to meet her. I was so nervous, and she knew I was nervous because she was smiling, and she was so just kind, pleasant, shook my hand, told me how much she enjoyed my work, and I was like trying not to pass out. I was just in awe. I got to take a photo with her. She's hilarious. And it was wonderful. And it didn't stop there. I got a third call the following year. Hey, she's going to be in California, and we got 3 stops, and we'd like you to come. And it was just a blessing. I just was blessed. It was a blessing.
Oh, yes.
I was to get more than one call, first of all.
Wow.
From from her team, and I got to meet her. My daughter got to meet her, take a photo. My husband got to meet her. And that time in California, she invited us to her hotel room.
Oh, wow.
I can't even describe. It was just amazing
Wow.
And what I was really impressed about is that of her reach. People of all walks of life. Yeah. Love Maya Angelou. Young, middle age, old. Yep. Black, white, just
no matter.
Every nationality was at all of her shows.
Wow. Amazing.
Gentle, kind, hilarious. She was just an amazing soul. And so I just was blessed to not only have worked for her once, but 3 times. That was priceless to me.
Wow.
Amazing. And again, this one was a referral / article I was featured in. They called the radio station. They called the magazine editor, and he's like, "Oh my God, yes, Teresa's awesome. She's funny. She's hilarious. She's professional." And then so you have to always be on point,
Right.
because
You
you
do.
never know who will be watching, and you never know who will refer your business out.
You don't. Wow. Well, thank you
Priceless.
so much for that story. My gosh. Wow. Well, congratulations on all the success, and thank you so much for coming back on the show. It has
Thank
been such
you.
a pleasure to have you. And I mean, the good, the bad, and the ugly, this is what it's like in every business and everything that you do. You're going to have the ups and
Absolutely.
the downs. Again, let me ask you a question. I know we talked about this the last time, but is there any other suggestion that you would give to someone who wanted to do what you do?
Besides the mindset, make sure you can put yourself around people in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Get you a mentor in the industry. I'm thinking about myself putting together a program, a class to teach people how to get into this industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, school is, everyone has their opinion on school. If you're a book person, because everyone is not, I'm a trade school person myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. But the mentorship, being around people in that industry, go to furniture stores, that's all good.
Mm-hmm.
And again, a mentor, OJT, on the job training, I would have to say is number one, because there's so much that you could go to school, but you're only learning one side of design, if you will. You're not learning the business side in school. They don't teach that.
Mm-hmm.
They teach you
Wow.
aesthetics. They don't. That's why I hired a mentor, because
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to learn how to make money in it. This is what I do. Yes, I learned a little, some terminology in school, basic general information in school. And again, it depends on your background. Some people just want to get into the architecture. They just want to draw.
Right.
They just want to sketch, and that's great. I just want to do the other side.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't my thing. But yeah, I'm open if anyone want to speak to me
Wonderful.
about mentorship.
Yeah. So
Or
how would they reach you?
the best way to reach me would be 800-413-1455, or you can reach me at my direct email at info@layerzinteriors.com.
Awesome. Well, we're going to have your general information in the description box below the interview. And Teresa, I want to again thank you, girl. We Chi-Town people, we got
Thank
to stick
you.
together,
Shout
girl.
out.
What?
Absolutely. That's how we do it.
That's how we do. We don't even know. We might be cousins. You know how it works. Anyway, so
Hey, now that might be true.
you don't
It
know
might
how it
be a
works
little
because
bit. Right.
men back in the day, they just sat around and said, "Hey, baby, what's your name?"
Right. Absolutely.
So I want to thank you so much for being on the show, girlfriend. Thank you again. And I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to Conversations with Teresa, the interior designer. That's what we're going to name these shows, because this has been amazing, a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful show. And something that I love: homes, interior design, inspections, decorating, tearing down walls. I love stuff like that. And you're doing what I would definitely do, probably later on in life. I want again.
Wonderful.
I want to thank you again for being on the show, Teresa. It's been such a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you. Anytime.
No problem. And you guys, hey, it's 2020. And if you're not following your New Year's resolutions, then you're losing out on something. You're also building a mistrust to yourself. Don't let yourself down, because if you can't trust yourself, then you can't trust anyone else. So go ahead and build that trust with yourself. keep your New Year's resolutions, keep those goals going, even if it's just a little bit a day, even if 15 minutes a day you do it. Like I told someone sometime, they said, well, I never get the chance to sing. I don't sing. I can't sing, and I never get a chance to practice. I said, well, you know what you could do? For 5 seconds, all you could do is, and you've sung for the day. So just start a little bit at a time, and I tell you, I guarantee you it will build, and you will continue to work on that. And thank you again so much for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio, and don't forget to what? Dip it, baby! Until next time, bye. I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I dare to be different.